We're going back to the rotten cabin project. Bear spray, bear horn, and a 30-30 rifle. It's all about protecting me from bears, and that's it. And if you're wondering, no, I cannot get an ATV to the cabin. The trail is too crazy. This hike usually takes me 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the heat. And yeah, that's it, 45 minutes to an hour. These boggy areas are brutal. Oh, it's bad. Flies are vicious in here. Whew. I gotta run it out. Whew. Yes, it is a workout. Mosquitoes are vicious. I gotta get in some wind fast. Lots of protective birds here. Very protective. Oh, that wind is good. Yes. Amazing. That'll cut you up. I forgot two important things that I needed to bring today. A machete to help clear those trails, these little trails through here where I'm just brushing through branches and leaves and whatnot, and wasp spray, because there's 2 wasp nests at the tent next to the cabin. Yeah, this is why I need a machete right here. Whoa! Oh, God. There we go. Woo. We made it to my lake anyway. A little beat up, not too bad. Normally, I shoot off a bear banger as soon as I arrive here, to let all the animals know there's something coming. And there has been activity for sure. Bears. That is not good. That is not good at all. Squirrels, wasps, all kinds of things on the go. And the bear has already damaged my tent, which I had to fix up the last time I was here. But I can't send off any bear bangers right now. It's against the law. There's a fire ban in effect. I read all the rules, and it said no bear bangers unless it's an emergency situation. For those of you wondering, no, you cannot boat here. This lake is all by itself, completely surrounded by land. Oh no. Something ripped into the tent again. Hey, bear. Okay, I've got a permanent visitor here. Hey, bear. This is not good, man. Second time in a row I'm here, and there's definite sign of activity. Bear spray. Got my bear spray ready. Hey, bear. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, what a rip. Look at that. It's never ending. Holy smokes. Hey, bear. The front's okay. Oh man. I got a visitor. Now I don't have any food in there. No reason for that animal to be around. Let's see what kind of damage it did. Oh yeah. Whoa, that's a big wasp nest. And those guys are wasps. I wonder if bear spray would get rid of them. I'm not gonna bother you, wasps. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay, yes. There's been an animal in here. Look at all the dirt. He's getting in right there. Right there. Absolutely need to bring some of that wasp spray, because there's a lot up there. That nest is huge. The animal that got in, I think it's likely a marten, a weasel. I don't think it's a squirrel, but a bear couldn't fit through that hole. Maybe a small bear could fit through that hole, but the first hole was definitely a bear. It was definitely damaged from a bear because I had teeth marks and everything. If you're new to the channel, I've got 3 years to tear down this blue cabin and build a new one. I'm already 1 year in, and a lot of work has been done. A lot of demolition and a lot of clearing. And this is not an easy site to access whatsoever. So I come in a day at a time and I do what I can. And I need to start building because I need to have the floor frame done before winter gets here. I can pick away at demolishing that blue cabin however, whenever I see fit. There's no order to this stuff. Now, there's a squirrel family that lives up here, and I don't think they're around today. They're not screaming at me. Even though this place is obviously in the midst of being torn down, it's not completely done. I can leave it just like this as long as it's all cleaned up within 3 years. 2 years left. I'll be good. I really want to start figuring out where I'm going to put the cabin. And it's actually very particular where I need to put it. It's going to take a lot of tree cutting, a lot of groundwork, and a little bit of math, maybe. So the tent's right here, cabin's right in behind, and here's where the new cabin has to go, right in around here. There's a lot of trees in there. They got to come down. I also want to test the ground and see what I'm up against, because where I live, it's a lot of old bedrock, and the rock is everywhere, it's exposed everywhere. It's hard to find a place that has soft ground everywhere. No matter where you are, there's rock. I'm taking down a lot of these trees today. There's no fire ban on chainsaws, so that's good. I might have to go deep. Okay, am I coming into rock already? Normally when I dig, I hope I'll never hit a rock. Now I want to hit a rock as soon as possible. Well, if I have to dig to put down my posts, I'll dig to put down my posts. There's a lot of rock right here. And I could put the corner of my cabin here, right here, and build that way. There's a game trail right here I can see. But if I start right here where the rock is, you can see all that rock is a great way to start. I know this is going to dip down a bit, but the ground on top, it might be easier to access rock. The further I go in, I think the deeper I got to go. Now, I'm not going to have to go too crazy deep. Eventually I hit rock. I want to do the least amount of work possible digging. I've done so much digging on this channel. What I'll do today is I'm just going to start clearing the land as much as I possibly can. And once I have this spot all cleared out, I'll have a better idea about the cabin placement. Now I got to put the cabin in a pretty specific spot. As long as I'm within a certain like little block, within the big block of the lease, I'll be good. Look at that hole. That's my chainsaw gas. Gone. And the bears love jerry cans. This could be devastating right now. That guy there is still good, but that's gas for my generator. And if you're wondering why I don't store the jerry cans inside the tent, it's because the animals are getting in there. And if they decide they want to go at the jerry cans in the tent, I'm going to have gas everywhere. Oh my gosh. I got to do something. I don't have gas for my chainsaw here. That is not good. I don't want to be hiking out gas. I might have to hike one of those little pre-mix cans. I'll do that because they're pretty small. I don't like that pre-mixed stuff. I know some people love it. But I have an axe. I'm gonna axe down a couple of trees just to start. Why not? And this axe right here is an axe that they left on site. And it's not a axe for this job at all. I mean, look at it. It might work. When I say they left on the site, I mean the previous owners. They left the axe when they sold it to me. So it might be coming in handy here now. Oh yeah. Here we go. That'll burn. You can see this birch was taken down by a beaver. Look. And if I had my chainsaw on the go, I'd buck that up. Perfect for next winter. I don't have much of a supply here for next winter. This is what I've got so far. And in that tent right there, it's probably, I don't know. What do you think? A couple of weekends? Some of these guys are going to be excellent to add to the pile. This guy here is not a good chopping axe. He's super small. See, the thing now is I'm trying to go as low as possible, right? Eventually I'll probably come in here and just zip, zip, zip with my chainsaw. Today it's all about getting a good view, man. See, if I was doing it right here, it'd be a lot better, right? I'm bending over a lot. And boy, I don't want this thing to land on my tent. There's some good firewood on that one. Yeah. Oh, that one's heavy. That birch is heavy stuff. There. We've added to it. Okay, now before I get carried away and blow my back trying to cut down trees with a small little hatchet axe, pretty much what it is, there is a little bit of gas in this little chainsaw. So maybe I can get 3 or 4 cuts. 3 or 4 trees just dropped. And I have another idea that should work, make my life a lot easier. Not sure, maybe it won't, but we'll try it after I run out of gas. There's not much gas in that. There's probably like a quarter tank. So I want to drop this big guy. This big guy's got to come down, and you can see it wants to go that way automatically, which is fine by me. There he goes. That's a big piece of wood right there. Big and heavy. Oh yeah. That's going to be tremendous firewood. Yeah, I'd love to have the cabin cornered right here. Yeah, that's heavy. Let's go. Oh yeah, you're not gone yet though. You're a problem, aren't you? You're a problem. Oh. Okay. Oh, I wish I had a lot of gas. Really unfortunate that bear went into that tank because, or that jerry can. I could go all day. I'm gonna leave this right here. It is right in the middle of my snowmobile path. Normally I snowmobile right up through here and then right through there to my tent. Once I come back with more gas, I'm gonna completely delimb all of that, buck that up, and it's going with my winter pile. I'm making space and I'm creating heat for next winter. Nope. Oh, nope. That's gotta weigh 200 pounds. Oh, it's not even bouncing. Oh, every single one of these days that I come out here, I really have to prepare myself mentally. It's like, all right, Jay, you are working, buddy. You are doing it. You're gonna suffer for a good 12 hours straight, just giving her every time. I'm gonna skim across the front here as much as I can, dropping as much as I can that way. I figure I didn't want to drop it this direction, but I'm going to for now. Hold on to it, buddy. No, darn. Okay. It's gonna be some nice when I can clear all this out. Holy, it's gonna feel good. I just wish I had more gas. The horseflies are insane. They are insane. You guys can probably hear them. There's like a million. There's gotta be 30 in here. Holy smokes. Look at this. Oh my gosh, just waving it. Yeah. Okay. I've got to look through my stuff. Okay, so I've had plan A. Plan A was to use the chainsaw. So then I went to plan B, which was the axe. And I realized I had enough just for a little bit, so I went back to plan A. And now I might go to plan C, but I don't want to because I'm just going to look through my stuff and see what's the chance that I have just one of those little oil containers that you need for mixing. And if you're not familiar with chainsaws, your gas has to have like some oil in it. That's the way it gets its oil. And this is all stuff for building the floor. Yeah, strong ties and whatnot. Propane. Propane. Little poo bucket. What do we got in here? Well, is there a chance there's some in here? Okay, this one is poo bucket stuff. Wipes. Fire starter. Garbage bags. That stuff has a real scent to it. I don't have the greatest sense of smell, but I can smell that. And I wonder if that's what's drawing the animals here. No. Sleeping bag. No. This is just straps. Straps. That's it. Okay. We're doing it. I got to try. I'll be very careful, guys. I'll be very, very careful. And some of you are probably saying, Jay, no. I'm gonna be very careful. I've dropped a lot of trees in my life, and I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can do it safely. Just gonna follow the same method I would with a chainsaw. All right. Okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Very good. Well, I could probably just push him over. It's pretty slow, I gotta say. Pretty slow. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're caught. That's why. I have to wear this hat now on days like this. It just makes so much sense to have a big hat like this on. Even though I'm suffocatingly hot in it, it keeps that sun off my head and off my face and off my neck. I'm a ball cap guy by trade, but these do a good job, man. I just wish they were like air conditioned. That would be amazing. Can you imagine having an air conditioning hat? They have hats that heat you up and gloves that heat you up. I've had a lot of companies reach out to me over the years, a lot. Because the majority of my videos are in the freezing cold. And so these companies will reach out to me. Like, if I'm being honest, I probably get 5 or 6 emails a day from companies hoping to partner with me. And I'm pretty select on who I partner with. Right now I'm partnered with Yurt Canada and N.W.T. But yeah, all of these heated jackets and heated gloves and heated vests and you name it, heated everything. They reach out to me. I probably get 2 or 3 emails a week just from those types of companies. And I've never once said yes. Because up here, if you've got to rely on a heated jacket, you're done for. The power in one of those jackets is only going to last for so long. You're much better off having a parka with a fur hood, a real fur hood, and lots of layers when it's freezing outside. And so when you get hot, you layer down, lots of wool. I love my wool. Oh yeah, also, that reminds me, I am partnered with Rawman Co. And they make the best sweaters in the world. As far as I'm concerned, the toughest possible sweaters. You guys see me wearing them all the time. So that's 3 companies that I'm partnered with. Anyway, if you're wearing wool and lots of layers, then you'll be fine. Layer down, layer up, layer down, layer up. But if you need to have something that's battery powered to keep you alive in -40, man, oh man, are you going to be in trouble when those batteries die? It just doesn't make sense for me to even consider partnering with those guys. I'm sure they're wonderful products or whatever, and I'm sure they're super toasty and they feel great. But I'm so busy anyway, and I'm always like, if I'm not busy, then I'm warm by a wood stove. So I don't need something like that. But I do need an air-conditioned hat, like right now. I need one. I would love to have an air-conditioned hat. The horse flies are next level out here. Mosquitoes aren't too bad in this heat. Once the sun starts to set, then they come out. The old sawzall is gonna work, I think. It's gonna work for a while. Do they ever have like electric chainsaws like this? Like plug-in chainsaws? Let's try it. Oh, I need to start the generator. Yeah. Yeah. If these were really big trees, I would not be doing it. So much slower than a chainsaw, so much faster than an axe. I'm learning quite a bit using this sawzall. I'm learning that you do not have nearly as much control as you do with a chainsaw in terms of exactly where you want to drop it. I can get pretty accurate, but it's not perfect, right? With the chainsaw, I find I'm much more accurate. If I hold the trigger with my left hand and push with my right hand, I get a lot more power, like a lot more. Almost not as fast as a chainsaw, but very fast. If I'm holding the sawzall with my right hand and pushing with my left, it's interesting. I'm just not getting through it as quickly. It's not even close. That stuff's gonna have about 6 months to dry. Okay. air conditioned hat. All right, I'm just dropping it off down low for now, so I don't totally gas myself here today. This is good too. This is good too. The best part about today is throwing wood in that pile. Yeah. I'm not going to waste any more time with this sawzall in here doing this. When I come back next time with the chainsaw, it's going to be awesome. And I'll be able to really make quick work of this giant mess. It is definitely opening up. And because I have a permit to build a cabin here, and because in the permit or in the application or in the agreement I said I would be wiping out some of these trees, I can do it. I don't need a permit for this. I mean, check it out. We easily doubled this today, and there's so much more to go. That's more wood than I burned here last winter, for sure. There are some huge windows here. Look at these things. Massive. I'd almost rather have them come down here, smash, and I just clean up all the glass and then just take out the frames in the wintertime. Because if I'm taking that back on my Comatic, which is how I get everything out here and how I get everything back, right? When I'm tearing this place down in the winter, I'm taking load after load in my Comatic. And oftentimes the windows just smash up because it's violent. It is violent in that Comatic. I'm telling you, I would not want to be back there. So, while not all of them break, some of them do. And these massive ones, they are guaranteed to break. So it's almost like, do I want to deal with the broken glass here, or do I want to deal with the broken glass in my Comatic? They're huge windows. 50 by 50, maybe? 50 by 50, yeah? I'll go with that. Okay. You see that? Wash mist. Uh-oh. This whole thing is going. Whoa! It went on its own. Okay. That window didn't break. Wow. Just gonna put this out of the way for now. Look at that. See, this is the only place it broke. We're good there. Okay, let's go around and grab the other one. I don't know how that window survived. That is crazy. Oh yeah. Come on, baby. There's a lot of steel siding here. No, the siding underneath is holding it up. I can't get it to flip. It is so sharp. Look at that. Look at that. Just J-cloths. That's all they use for insulation in between. Okay. Oh, this one weighs a ton. Yeah, he's gonna stay here for now. Really big difference. I mean, we're down to the last little part here pretty much. Okay, that's enough of that for today. I wish I had like a really nice bucket. I'm reaching max level of output here, and I still gotta hike home. And for those of you wondering why I'm not sleeping here, well, I don't want to. I don't. I would get absolutely destroyed by flies tonight. The whole night would just be this. Seal up that tent as best as I can. Doesn't make a difference. They are going to get at me. They are going to get in there, and they are going to just own me. I like sleep. So day trips is what it is at this time of year for me. I did one overnighter last year, and I'm hoping I do more overnighters this winter, because taking stuff off of this property won't be as urgent. So what I would do last winter, in the winter of 2025-26, I would come here, I would work, I would load up my Comatic, and I would go home at the end of the day. And then sometimes I would do 2 trips for one video, and then I'd come back in the next day and I would load it up, and then I would go back again. So I would, instead of sleeping over and just taking one load out, I would be able to do 2 loads in a week, right? Maybe sometimes 3. And so I like doing it that way. And in the summertime, there's nothing coming with me. 0. There it is. This bucket has a big hole in it, but it worked fine. And for putting water on the fires, making sure that they didn't get out of control last summer and into the fall. But I've got other buckets for water now. So this is a good glass bucket. I don't know how much of that window I'm going to get in here, but I would like to pick up quite a bit of that glass now. You know what? I got an idea. Okay. I'm the kind of guy where if I give myself variety in terms of things to do, then I can just keep going. If I had to just be cutting down trees over and over and over and over again, I'd get some bored of that, I tell you. There we go. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. I don't know. It's dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. If you're wondering, I leave it in the cabin because it's safe there. No one's coming out here. And if they did, they could ransack the tent anyway and ransack the cabin and take whatever they wanted. It's crazy here. Look at this. Let's get this started anyway. I mean, obviously an animal's going to get in if it wants to get in, but this will reduce at least the amount of flies that can just freely get in there. All blocked up. For those of you wondering about my hiking boots, they're called Obos, and O-B-O-Z, and they're like sneakers the way they feel, and they're just so light. I like hiking boots, and I love the old school hiking boots, and it's just something I love, right? I just love them. But I always go back to these really soft, lightweight ones. They're waterproof, and they feel like sneakers, but they feel like hiking boots, which is great. Not sponsored. Just I've been wearing them for years now on the channel. And these guys are falling apart. I put them through hell. You can see falling apart there and falling apart in the back here. and starting to come out right there too. But I put them through some serious abuse. So they've done well. I bought a new pair that eventually I'm gonna end up using all the time. I just have a few more trips with these guys left, I would say. The tread is falling apart, starting to rip apart on the bottom there. And I'm glad I had these on today because I stepped on a nail. I did. I went right down on top of a nail with these. And if I had on these soft things, that would have been into my foot for sure. So I'm glad I have these here. Look at this Clorox. A bear got right into that. Chewed it right open. And you'd think that a bear would not want to be getting into this because that has a bleach smell to it, and bears are very sensitive to that. I'm always hustling in and out of that door nice and low because the wasps in the wasp nest are different than the horseflies in here. Those wasps will really sting, whereas the horseflies will bite. I've never been bitten by one. I'm just told that it's not a great feeling. Not very much. Oh, I brought a lot of water today too. Like, I don't know, 3 liters? Not enough. Well, let's see what happens when we come back. I'm going to put my money on another hole because I'm 2 for 2 right now. Both times I've come back to this tent this summer. There's been 2 different holes, so. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I wish I could put the cabin up here. It'd be amazing. But I can't. I know it. Part of this trail has a really nice beaten down path in the lichen. The lichen being this stuff here, right? The lichen. And a little bit of life that's on the rock. And you can see the years of people coming back and forth to this cabin spot created this beat down path. Hopefully once the cabin is up and that property is all clean, it's just going to be a prime spot. Okay, that's it for this video, everybody. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back really soon.